At one of my speeches, a woman hands out pamphlets.
Stop talking about Muslims and Islam all the time.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
When you say that you don't hate me, and
Yeah.
yet you call me the devil in disguise,
Yes,
and you
because-
say keep away from this lunatic deceiver, do you not think that's hateful speech?
No, it's not hateful. No.
But only
Okay?
my name is up on
Yeah.
top when you say
Well,
the
you have
manipulator of
started,
minds,
yes.
a major
Yes,
deceiver
you
leading
are.
to fire.
Yes, you are. Sorry?
Leading to fire, a major
Yeah, you
deceiver
are
leading to fire.
You are leading our young people to fire because you want them to follow your lifestyle. Look, what you say,
May I shake your
you
hand
are taking
in
out
peace?
your anger by writing the books and coming on the television, and I am taking out my anger with this little thing here.
By demonizing.
And if you, not demonizing, but I'm telling
The
you truth.
devil in disguise. If
Yes.
that isn't demonization, I don't know what is.
Not you, but the
You're
action.
Shadmanji,
You're-
the devil in
Yeah.
disguise.
Yes, okay, so what? Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, except when it comes to the Prophet Muhammad. We Muslims believe that the Prophet obeyed God perfectly. He's supposed to be a model for all mankind. So treating him with irreverence is a profound insult. Take the Danish cartoons. Some of them depict the Prophet as a terrorist. A minority of Muslims demonstrate, but they capture the majority feeling: deep offense. Almost no American media show the very cartoons that make the news. Their self-censorship, I think, treats all Muslims as if we're children, incapable of handling challenges with maturity. Accommodation emboldens the bullies of Islam. They threaten the outright destruction of the liberal societies that grant them free expression. That's offensive.
Freedom, go to hell! Freedom, go to hell! Freedom, you will pay! Freedom, you will pay! Freedom, you will pay! Freedom, you will pay!
In Europe, the showdown between intimidation and free expression is turning murderous. The Dutch take pride in their live and let live attitude. Pot and prostitution are legal. Here, many Muslims feel lost. In a chaotic world, fundamentalism can be a moral compass. Muslims came to the Netherlands 40 years ago as cheap labor. In Amsterdam, they make up 13% of the population. Their voice is growing, and some are pushing non-Muslims to conform to Islamic norms. When an Amsterdam newspaper runs a story on Islam, showing the Quran on the cover, Muslims, who dominate newspaper distribution, refuse to carry it. Ayan Hirsi Ali is a former member of parliament and a fellow dissident. She, like me, knows the dangers of being irreverent.
Every individual Muslim is brought up that Islam is perfect. the Prophet Muhammad is infallible. So if you say anything critical about Islam itself, or the Quran, or the Prophet, you're committing blasphemy.
Ayaan is born Muslim in the African country of Somalia. She decides to leave Islam while sipping a glass of wine. She writes books that skewer the way Muslims treat women and becomes a darling of the non-Muslim Dutch. Ayaan meets Theo van Gogh, a writer and filmmaker who slams everyone, including Jews and Christians. Free expression courses through his genes. He's the great-grandnephew of the artist Vincent van Gogh. Theo and Ayaan team up to make a film that tackles a controversy: how the Quran is exploited to justify violence against women. The female body is turned into a canvas for sacred verses.
Life with my husband is hard to bear, but I submit my will to you. Each time I push him away, he quotes you. Guilty of adultery or fornication, flogged with 100 stripes, in a matter prescribed by Allah.
Mohammed Bouyeri, a Dutch-born Muslim with Moroccan parents, erupts. He kills Theo. First, he shoots. Then he tries to decapitate Theo with a sharp blade, a weapon common in 7th century tribal warfare. Using Theo's corpse as a canvas of his own, Muhammad stabs a note into it. Written in Dutch with rhythms of Arabic poetry, the letter urges death for the film's writer, Ayaan Hirsi Ali. Were you afraid after that happened?
Oh yes. I mean, I really believe that Mohammed Bouyeri was acting out of conviction and that he really means and meant what he said. I also believe that he's not the only one. He's in prison, he's behind bars. But there are others with the same convictions who are willing to carry out the threat.
For voicing her views, Ayaan's in a prison of her own, living under 24-hour guard and planning a move to America. How many bodyguards now?
I'm not allowed to say that. I'm sorry.